Imagine standing on the shore of a completely foreign continent, watching every single ship that brought you there burn to ashes. The roaring flames consume your only escape route, your only hope of seeing your family again. A commander stands before his terrifyingly outnumbered army and delivers a chilling truth. The sea is behind you, and the enemy is in front of you. He didn't just burn wood, he destroyed the very possibility of surrender. This is the story of a man who made victory the only way to survive. To understand how things reached this point of madness, we have to look back. An army of only 7,000 warriors had just crossed the narrow straits. As they stepped onto the shadow of a massive towering rock, scouting reports brought devastating news. Marching toward them was a massive, glittering empire of tens of thousands of heavily armored soldiers. Panic began to spread like wildfire. The men realized they were trapped in an unknown land, facing certain death. It was in that exact moment of absolute terror that the commander gave the order to burn the fleet. As the smoke blinded the sky, the soldiers surrounded him, furious and desperate. But he climbed a rock, his voice piercing through the chaos. He didn't offer comfort, he offered absolute clarity. He told them that their hunger, their destiny, and their courage were their only weapons. If they wanted to go home, they had to cut a path through the enemy. Fear died on that beach, replaced by a fierce, unbreakable resolve. With no safety net and no plan B, the army began its march inland. They moved through rugged mountain passes and rolling green valleys, driven by a singular, intense focus. Every step forward was a step deeper into danger, but they marched with the terrifying discipline of men who had already accepted their fate. The enemy scouts watched from the ridges in disbelief. This was not an army looking for plunder. These were men marching as if they had already won. The world shook at the Guadalete River. The massive imperial cavalry charged forward, a tidal wave of iron and shields outnumbering the invaders nearly 3-1. The clash was apocalyptic, lasting for days under a brutal sun. Waves of steel smashed against the lines. But how do you defeat an army that has nowhere to run? They fought with the ferocity of the doomed. They didn't yield an inch, turning the riverbanks into a fierce theater of grit and determination. The imperial lines shattered, and their king vanished into the tides of history. Against all mathematical probability, the outnumbered force stood victorious. By burning his own ships, this commander didn't just win a battle, he unlocked the gateway to an 800-year golden age of science, poetry, and architecture that would illuminate Europe. His name was Tariq ibn Ziyad, and he proved that when you destroy your safety nets, greatness is the only option left.